Okay, so we are going to, I've already worked my foundation rows. Again, in the pattern, you actually begin at the tip and work your way down. So you've got multiple rows of single crochets. Just before you begin the cable, you work a row of half double crochets. So that's where we're beginning, is right there. So I've got my single crochet rows and then a row of half double crochets to begin with. So we are actually beginning with row 7 if you're going to try and follow along with your pattern. You'll also notice that I begin almost every row with just a chain 1. I don't count it as a stitch, so I don't want it to look like a stitch. So if I just create that chain 1 and carry it up a little bit, it almost hides instead of poking out or showing as a stitch. So chain 1, pull it up to the height of your half double crochet and turn. Now since I'm working this flat, I'm actually going to work 2 half double crochets at the beginning just to give me something to kind of hang on to. But in the pattern, you'll actually begin right away with those front post double crochets. So in row 7, you are working, like I said, front post double crochets. So you're going to do 2 front post double crochets. To figure out what stitch to begin working around, you're going to skip those first 2 and you're just going to go into the one directly below here. And again, in your pattern, you're going to just begin that right away. So you're going to do 2 front post double crochets and then work a half double crochet. To know which stitch to work into right there, you worked 2 post stitches, which means you're going to skip 2 post stitches behind here. So you're going to skip 2, go into this next one right here. Okay, so you're going to half double crochet in there, then you're going to front post double crochet into the next one. So here's your post stitch, this is the stitch that you worked into, here's your next post stitch, front post double crochet, and now you're going to half double crochet in the next 3 stitches. So you're going to skip 1 this time, you're going to skip the 1 and begin your 3 right here. So there is 1, 2, 3, and then 2 front post double crochets. So you're going to skip, there's your post stitch, 1, 2, 3, here's your next post stitch right here, goes around the post of the stitch. So you're grabbing the post, make sure you get the post there. So I'll show you on the next one what I mean, kind of clarify that hopefully. So you got your 2 double crochets, so you're going to skip 2, there's 1, 2, you're going to go in right here. 3 more half double crochets, 1, 2, 3, and then do a post stitch. There's 1, 2, 3 stitches. This is the post you're going to work around next time. So traditionally you work into the stitch going in right here. With a post stitch you're going to go around the post of that stitch. So insert here and then pull that stitch forward, which makes it a front post. If it's a back post, you're going to go around from the back side. And then you're going to work a half double crochet, 2 more front post double crochets, and then I'm going to finish off my row with 2 half double crochets here. In the pattern, you'll actually work a section of 7 half double crochets, and then you're going to repeat what you just did. Now, when I work my cables, I always do a return row of half double crochets. So I'm going to work that really quick. You guys know how to do half double crochets, so I don't really need to show you that. You're just going to work into the top of the stitches just like you would any other time. There's nothing special about these return rows. And every other row on a cable row is going to be like this in the majority of my patterns. Sometimes when you're working cables, like I mentioned in other videos, other designers will have you work a row and you're working back post double crochets. But I prefer to work the row of half double crochets and then a row of treble. The next rows will work treble crochets to drop that stitch down and grab those post stitches. I just think the posts lay a little bit nicer when you do it this way. But it is designer preference, so just make sure you follow the patterns as the designer writes it. Okay. Let me see here, one more. Okay, and I'll actually show you here. So this is the sample I made yesterday, and this is what I'll kind of show you. So the back So this I did the same thing. I did my return rows and half double crochets. If you turn it over, you have a pretty clean back. You don't have the large gaping holes. I mean, you can kind of see there's post stitches pulling that in there, but it's a pretty clean, flat back, no big holes. And that's what I like working those half double crochet return rows for. Okay, so now I gotta scroll down on my screen. We are now working row 9 of the pattern. And this row is going to be pretty similar to the last row, but instead of working half double crochets, like I said, we're going to work double crochets. So I did my beginning chain 1. Again, the pattern you'll begin right away with those front posts. I'm just doing this since I'm working flat. You're going to reach down and grab the post, this post right here, from 2 rows below. So treble crochet, yarn over twice, grab that. Oh, see here. Actually, we're going to start our twist right away. So you're going to skip this first post and grab this next one, double crochet or treble. And now you're going to treble crochet working in front of this post. So you're going to cross over in front or go on top of and grab that skipped post. And this is what's going to create those twisting cables. Okay, just like that. Now you're going to half double crochet in the next 2 stitches. So you're going to skip the 2, and now you're going to half double crochet. And in this pattern, you're really going to want to keep track of those stitch counts because they will change. Okay, so in this row down here, you only worked 1 half double crochet and then your cable. But as what we're doing, if you can see in here, you're going to pull this cable so it's going to twist inside. So we worked 1 half double crochet between here, and now we're going to work 2, and then up here it's going to be 3. So just pay attention to those stitch counts. So we work 2, and then we're going to do a half double or treble crochet post stitch. And then a half double crochet in the next 2. So again, you worked 1, so you're going to skip 1. Working these 2 right here. Okay, and then we're going to repeat this twisting cable over here. Hang on, yep, okay. So you're going to skip the first post stitch and grab that second one. Complete that treble crochet, and then you're going to go in front of or on top and go grab that cable that you skipped and work a treble crochet in there. And then you're going to do 2 more half double crochets. So you're going to skip the 1, 2 stitches, go into this third one, half double crochet, half double crochet, and then we're going to do a treble crochet around this post stitch, the next one. You're going to skip that 1 stitch and then work a half double crochet in the next 2. And then we're going to work another twist in our cable. So yarn over twice, skip the first post stitch and go into the next one. Yarn over twice, working in front of or go over the top of, and grab that skipped post stitch and complete that treble crochet. And then we're going to work a half double crochet in our last 2 stitches and turn and work our return row of half double crochets. So let me work this really quick here. All right, so we are currently working on row 10. And again, every other row of this pattern is going to be just a simple row of half double crochets. And that's what we're doing right now. Okay, so we're almost on row 11. Okay, so turn and chain 1. And as you can see, we've got our 2 twisting cables here. We have one in the middle here, and this is going to start angling in. You can kind of see it doesn't go straight up like the last time. It's going to start angling in right there. So I'm going to remark my computer here so I know what row I'm on. Okay, so again, I'm going to begin with my 2 half double crochets just for my sample here. And we are going to, you're going to work these 2 cables the same in every single row. So you're going to yarn over twice, skip that first cable, which is now underneath, and grab that second cable and work a front post treble crochet around it. Whoops. And then yarn over twice, and then you're going to grab that cable from underneath and work another front post treble crochet. And again, you're just creating, if you can see that, you're just twisting that yarn around through those 2 stitches. Okay, so now on this one, we have completed that, and now you're going to half double crochet in the next 3 stitches. So you're going to skip the 2, and there is 1, 2, 3, and now we're going to skip this post stitch, and we're going to actually grab this next post stitch right here. So yarn over twice, grab that post stitch, okay, and then half double crochet in the next stitch. So skip 1, there's your next stitch, half double crochet in there. And now we're going to work behind this post stitch we just worked. So when you work behind, we're going to yarn over twice. You're going to go behind the post stitch. So you're still in front of your work, but you're just going to go behind. So when we say in front of, you just go on top of. Behind, you're going to go behind there, and you're going to grab this skipped post and then pull it back up. Okay, and then grab that yarn, complete that treble crochet. Okay, and so you can see these 2 post stitches just totally crossed each other. Okay, now we're gonna, let's see here, so we working behind the post stitch just made front post treble crochet on, skip post, skip next. Okay, and now we're going to skip this post stitch, and we're going to grab this one over here. So this is where we're really manipulating that yarn, getting these post stitches to create those cables. So it might look kind of funny at first. Be patient, work through the pattern. Okay, so now we've worked 2 post stitches. So we have this post stitch and this post stitch. So when we skip the stitches on the back, we're going to skip 2. So there's 1, 2. Okay, 1, 2. We're going to work into this one right here. Half double crochet into that stitch. And then we're going to, again, let me see where we're at. Working in front of the post. I've lost my spot here in my pattern, so. Okay, so it's working in front of, so then we're going to have in front of, we're going to grab this post. Okay, so you're going to skip 1 now, and now we're going to half double crochet, I believe, in the next 3 stitches. 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to work this single or this double stitch twist here. So again, you're going to skip the first cable here and go into the post of the next cable. Yarn over twice and then grab that skipped cable, creating that twist. And then half double crochet in those last 2 stitches. Okay, so that was kind of a complicated row because, as you can see, we had these cables came underneath and now they're in the center, and these cables are moving out. Okay, and then of course we've got these twisting cables up here. So now we are on row 12. It's a simple half double crochet return row. So we'll do that, and then I think I'll do one more row, and then I think you guys will be good to go on this. Again, if you have any questions on these cables, please tag me. I'm happy to help. That's what I'm here for. I want you guys to be able to easily work through these patterns, and I know sometimes they can get a little, it's just the wording of the pattern is a little bit more complicated because you're skipping stitches and working in different stitches, and so it's a little bit different, but you can do it, I promise. And this video, I believe, will stay on Facebook for 6 months, so you can always come back and repeat or replay it while you're working on these. Okay, so we are about to begin row 13 when I turn here. Okay, so there you can kind of see what we've got so far. I got to scroll down on my computer here to get to row 13. Okay, so again, let me pull out some more yarn here. We're going to begin these first 2 stitches and the last 2 stitches, those cables are always worked the same. So again, in my sample, I'm going to begin with a 2 half double crochets, and then to work that first twisting cable, treble crochet, skip that first post, go into the next post, and then twist over in front of and grab that post right there. Okay, so as you can see, these are just forming up really nice. They should be nice and straight. Okay, now we're going to half double crochet in the next 2 stitches. So we're going to skip 2, go into the next 2, and then we are going to front post treble crochet around the next post stitch. So the next post stitch is down over here. We're going to grab that, whoops, and then we are going to half double crochet in the next 2 again. So you're going to skip 1, go into the next 2, 1, 2, and then we're going to repeat the same twist pattern, but we're going to use these 2 cables that are inside right here. So we're going to skip this one right here and grab that one right there. So grab that post, yarn over twice, and then we're going to grab this post here. They're a little more difficult to see just because they were underneath those other cables. Now we're going to do 2 half double crochets, so you're going to skip 2 stitches, grab this one right here, whoops, 1, 2, and then you're going to do another front post treble crochet around this next stitch. So if you can get past the last row, it's pretty easy. Okay, skip the 1 and then 2 half double crochets, and then we're going to do that twisting cable again. So skip the first cable, go into the post of the next cable, and then grab that skipped cable, the post, and create that twist again. And then just again for me, I'm going to finish my row out with 2 half double crochets. Now I'm going to turn and I'm going to work a quick row of half double crochets here just so I can show you guys a little bit. It just lays a little bit nicer. Whoops. And there I hit my phone. I promised I wasn't going to do that today. Well, we're almost done, so hopefully that was the only time. You can just see what the cables look like a little bit better once you get this row of half double crochets in here. Let's see. And of course, when I try to hurry is when I mess up. So I think by working that many rows, you kind of get an idea of how you can, how those cables weave in and out. how you get them straight and how you can get them to kind of curve in or curve out of your work, just by adjusting the number of half double crochets in between them. Alright guys, we are wrapping this up. So this is what we've worked this morning. And you can kind of see, so we've got two straight twisting cables here. We started with the center and they twisted and then moved out. And then we had the ones on the outside twist in, and they're beginning their twist up right here. So if you compare it next to here, this is what we've done. So we've worked up to about this row right here. The next few rows are going to be the same. These are going to go straight up. You're going to work a couple of twists in here, and then you're going to manipulate the yarn again for this to come back in and the center ones to go back out.